When I used to perform and I'm looking all over, my mind is going all over as well, because my mind tends to do that. I tend to overthink a lot.
But the poets, by which I mean all artists, are finally the only people who know the truth about us.
Hey guys, so I'm back with another video. So I know I've been a bit MIA and I'm so sorry. I need to honestly work on that. So today's video, I'm going to try my very best to make it short, but you guys, if you know me by now, you know that I love to talk. So yeah, but today's video, I'm just going to basically touch on a topic that a lot of people, especially a lot of people who perform or are starting to perform more, how to deal with performance anxiety, right? So especially for somebody, if you deal with anxiety alone, to have to deal with that when you're supposed to perform, that makes it like 100,000,000 times worse even. Trust me, I know that because I deal with anxiety otherwise, and having to perform like that alone skyrockets my anxiety. So I just want to talk about that today and let you guys know what I do to cope with my performance anxiety, some things that I've tried, some things I realize don't work, some things that I'm still trying out. Let me know what you think, leave it in the comments. Let me know what other type of videos you want to see from me. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, to leave a like. If you're not subscribed, press that subscribe button and make sure to click that bell icon so you get post notifications whenever I make a new post. So for those who don't have me on social media, which I mean you should by now, then you wouldn't know that my hair, it's actually the sides and stuff are growing out now, but I bleached my hair the other day, so I'm full blonde again. I think blonde just works for me. I think that's why I do it. But yeah, so let's dive right into this topic and let's see what is up. So first of all, I've been writing for years. Since I was about 13 years old, I've been writing. So writing is a huge part of me. I was always scared to start sharing my writing with people because I wasn't sure how people were going to take it, what they would think. I'm basically giving you like a part of my heart and soul. So I don't remember the exact first time that I performed, unfortunately, but it's almost like the same. Like nowadays I'm getting more accustomed to it, like getting up on the stage, being in front of people, pouring out my heart and soul. One thing for me that I feel like affects me a lot is, I don't know, my nerves, which basically my anxiety. Just while I'm up there on the stage, like before I perform, sometimes I don't even feel anything, right? I'm so good, I don't feel anything at all. But then as I go on that stage, I'm just like shaking. I'm a nervous wreck. So as I've mentioned before, I don't know my poems out of my head. That's something that I've been trying to work on, that I'm trying to study them, get to remember them, memorize them. And one thing about that, like most of my poems, well, the ones that I tend to perform a lot, I have an idea how they go. So when you see me perform them, yes, I'll have my phone, but you can tell that I actually have an idea what the content is. But sometimes I just get so nerve-wracked that like I'm there and I can feel my entire body shaking due to my anxiety. And because I'm not sure how the crowd is going to take what I'm putting forth. And yeah, it's a rough life, what I'm saying? Crazy. So one way how I try to deal with my performance anxiety, so sometimes before a performance, I'll make myself, because I have so many poems, right? So I try to pick out a set number, like the set amount of poems that I'm going to perform, right? So like in my phone, I have an album with just my poems. And so I'll just favorite the ones that I'm going to perform for that specific event so that they're all in one place, so I don't have to be searching for them. Before the performance, I'll try going over each of these poems, just getting myself even more familiar with it, trying to imagine me standing there in front of the crowd performing this specific piece for them. So it kind of, for me anyway, when I get on the stage, there's a feeling of familiarity, because I've already imagined standing on the stage performing this poem, then that one, then that one. So I just it gives me a routine, so to speak, but you don't get a routine feel when I perform. It still feels natural, it feels new, it feels like a performance and not just me reciting something. You get what I'm saying? And so I realized that is something that has started to help me, because that's not something I used to always do. It's something that I recently started doing, and that has started to help me a whole lot. Another thing I realized that really helps with my performance anxiety is that when I'm there performing, I try to look at one thing or one person in the crowd and just keep my eyes locked on that thing. Most of the time I try to let it be a thing because I don't want, especially if I don't know them, I don't want people to be creeped out by the fact that I'm staring at them. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I start reading like a poem about love or heartbreak or something. I don't want these people to feel like they did me anything or anything like that. So I feel like it's better if I stare at a thing. And for me, it centers me, and so like it grounds me completely and makes me just focus on that one thing. And even though I'm also focusing on my work because I'm performing from the phone, I look at a line that I need to look at and I go back and straight look at what I'm looking at. Like I feel like, I don't know why it helps me, but I just notice that it does. I think though the reason why it does, because when I used to perform and I'm looking all over, my mind is going all over as well, because my mind tends to do that. I tend to overthink a lot. So I feel like because I allow myself to just focus on one thing or one person, as the case may be, it doesn't allow my mind to keep wandering all over the place and like, oh, I wonder what this person's thinking. That person's talking, so they're not listening to me. That person's on their phone. That person's making a phone call. You know what I'm saying? All of those thoughts aren't allowed inside my head while I'm performing because I'm not looking on those people. And so I feel like that's a huge part. That one right there is a huge part of what helps with my performance anxiety. Just focusing my mind, my spirit, my soul, everything on one thing in the room while I'm performing. That's just it. But definitely, I'm trying right now to actually work on knowing my poems so that I don't have to go, because there's so much more I want to make my performances. Like, I want my performances to have so much more life than just me standing there reading from my phone. You get what I'm saying? So I'm definitely trying to start memorizing them so that I can be able to go up there and actually perform a piece for you. But definitely one thing that scares me about that is that I'll be up there and I'll forget a line and then I look stupid. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that people are going to think I'm stupid or whatever. It's just my personal, I guess, insecurity in a way that makes me feel like I'm going to look stupid, and that scares me. So I think that's why I'm even so fearful of actually memorizing them and putting it to use. But definitely in due time, I got you. So yeah, for everybody who's dealing with performance anxiety, I hope that this video kind of helped you, kind of gave you a bit of tips and tricks what you can try out. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of us as performers, as poets, singers, all of that, there's a lot that we deal with that a lot of people don't realize in terms of like performances and the whole writing processes and all of that. And like, I think that we need to talk about it more. We need to make it be more out there. You get what I'm saying? It don't make no sense keep everything inside of you. I don't really think that makes much sense. So yeah, guys, comment, let me know what you thought. Tell me if you end up trying out any of these and if it helps. Remember to leave a like, touch that thumbs up button. Remember to subscribe down below if you're not subscribed as yet, and also press the bell button to have post notifications. I love you guys so much, and I really hope that this helped some of you who deal with performance anxiety or feel like you're gonna deal with it if you haven't started performing it. So I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.
If it's only for survival, then you're dead on arrival.